Thank you, Madam Chair. A little follow-up from Senator Inhofe's question. Ms. Sue, are you aware that from 2008 to 2012, the U.S. natural gas production increased by 11% overall, as it fell 13% on federal lands?
I was not aware of that statistic.
If confirmed, do you hope that energy production on federal lands will have gone up or down on your watch?
Energy production on federal lands obviously continue to be a hugely important part of our economy, and I think the responsibility of the federal government, specifically the Department of Interior, is to balance the opportunity for economic development, which obviously means a lot to the members of this committee and to the states that you're from. I commit to that.
Would you try to look for, would you personally try to look for ways to increase production, energy production on federal lands?
I specifically would, if confirmed, look for opportunities, again, where there are development opportunities, to balance those development opportunities, to allow those development opportunities to continue to move forward in a way that allows us to conserve our natural resources and fulfill our statutory obligations for those resources. I believe that you can balance those things. I believe it's all about the approach, and it's all about the intention of driving towards, again, a solution that is balanced on both sides.
Do you believe that balance can be found between conservation and management of natural resources?
Absolutely.
On to pesticides, which I mentioned in my opening statement. The EPA must consult with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife or the National Marine and Fisheries Service when it comes to dealing with pesticides. The EPA and the services currently disagree on the fundamental legal and science policy matters related to their respective obligations under endangered species and FIFRA. There's scientific disagreements, along with the lack of a sound and workable process for consultation under the ESA, and that creates what I believe to be a huge bottleneck that we're seeing for that pesticide registration process. Another issue with that is also the lack of resources, either human or monetary, that the services are faced with. And so it's really difficult for, I think, agricultural innovation to take place in this area. And I think it's extremely important, not just to the agricultural economy, but to our natural resources as well. How do the services plan to secure enough funding, and more importantly, to find other alternatives so that you can keep pace with that workload that we're seeing with the pesticide consultation?
Obviously, these are challenging budget times, and I think the Fish and Wildlife Service is working hard to prioritize its budget in a way that delivers for the American public. My understanding is that they are working through recommendations of a National Academy of Sciences report that will help inform the federal family in how we can best proceed in a way, again, that expedites clarity and transparency around these outcomes.
Would you try, you talked about the federal family, would you try then to work in your position, if you're confirmed, to work better with EPA to come up with some kind of agreement when it comes to these innovations that were, and I think they're very positive with regards to pesticides? I
absolutely would commit to that. I mean, I believe that the role that we all have in whatever department we sit, we are responsible for ensuring that we act reasonably, we move beyond our silos, and we try to, again, create outcomes that have positive consequences for the American people and for the resources that we manage.
Can you comment on the role of Fish and Wildlife and the National Marine and Fisheries Services that they play in protecting threatened and endangered species as it relates to EPA's registration of the products? Do you think that you can protect the species and still ensure efficient registrations? Are those mutually exclusive goals? Can you bring them together?
not understanding the specifics of the situation. I haven't read the National Academy of Sciences report, but yes, I do believe that there are not mutually exclusive goals. I think the pursuit is really to try to do exactly what you say in creating that balance.
Thank you. I think it's very, very important for our environment and for our economy that these move forward and move forward quickly.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.